Welcome back, my green loving community. And can you believe it? Today, out of all days, I'm excited. I know it might seem like I'm always excited, but because I'm truly am. I get to talk about something I'm truly passionate about, and that is plants. I want to talk to you about one of my obsessions. You know, I'm obsessed with plants, Cocoa Puffs, my wife, yes, but not in that order, Fiona, I love you. I love Cocoa Puffs too. But what I'm saying is, one of my new favorites is the Ficus Audrey, cousin to the fiddle leaf fig. So, you know, there's a little bit of attachment in here, inside my heart. But today, if you have decided that you're gonna bring one home, let me guide you on how to care for the Ficus Audrey. When we're talking about the Ficus Audrey, we're also talking about one of my favorite species of plants, and that is the ficus. Now, what I really love about the Ficus Audrey is that, yes, it already came with a name, so I named this plant here Audrey. So sometimes when you're bringing home a plant, you're not sure where exactly to place it, but that's the important part when it comes to caring for a plant, is knowing before you get it where you want to place it. You want to make sure you're placing the right light. The best type of light for the Ficus Audrey is bright, indirect light. They don't want to be exposed to bright, direct sun. While AM, morning sun, is okay when it comes to exposure to direct sun, afternoon sun is a bit too hot indoors for plants like this. So you want to make sure that you're moving them, place them in areas where they get bright and direct light. Now, what is bright and direct light? That sort of light is where you can place a plant near a window. It's exposed to the brightness of the sky, but not being exposed directly to the sun. Now, when it comes to routine maintenance, plants are living things, like I love to say, so they do have a sort of way of talking to you. They tell you what's happening with them through their foliage. So, what type of signs are we looking for? Coloration, like I said, yellowing of leaves. Yellowing of leaves, like other ficus, like other plants, means overwatering. You want to make sure you're watering when the top 2 inches of soil are completely dry. And now, how do you test that out? You take your finger, stick it in 2 inches down, pull it out. If your finger's still damp with soil on it, well, that means it's not time to water your plant yet. But if you pull your finger out and this dirt just falls right off, it is time to water that plant. When it comes to watering, the process of watering your plant is kind of like pour over coffee. Slow and steady, let that water trickle down through those roots, allow that soil and those roots to grab onto that water, and then wait for it to come out of the drainage hole and hopefully into a base tray. Once you see that happen, that's enough water for your plant. If the water fills up that base tray, that's when you're going to want to just wait maybe 15-30 minutes. Allow for those roots that didn't get enough time to pull up that water to then finally grab a hold of it. But then after those 30 minutes, if there's still water in that base tray, take that tray of water, dump it out, and then place the plant back. Brown spots on the tips of your foliage could mean one or two things. When it isn't getting enough light or it isn't getting enough water. Any issues that you're having with changes in foliage more than likely has to do with the roots. And if you can't see it, you have to get down there and check it out. Knowing when it's time to repot your plant, always base that on where the roots are, where they're sitting in the pot. If you start to notice roots peeking out of the drainage holes, that probably means it's time to place in a new pot. So yeah, that's how you care for the Ficus Audrey. I mean, if you're struggling with naming your plants, getting a plant that basically already has a name is the way to go about it. Audrey. Yeah. So I hope this helps. Have fun. You enjoy watching plant doctor videos and getting these tips? Please subscribe to the Apartment Therapy channel.